Okay, yeah, I could definitely remake that emote. And we're back up to speed. Okay. So, it's been about an hour between the last time I restarted and so it seems like the game can run for about an hour before it starts closing up. So maybe that's the ticket there, which is actually kind of okay because then it's a good place to make a break and it helps break up the videos. It's just I would rather be able to make that choice on my own rather than have the game decide. Yeah, I'm really not sure what's causing it, to be honest. Whatever it is very annoying, and that's not straight. Did I not have these on? I do have them on. I mean, maybe. Maybe it's just a very, very passive-aggressive way of trying to get me to take a break. Okay, so we will come up this road, fix this so that we don't have any traffic issues. Now, speaking of traffic, let's actually take a look and see where the traffic issues really are. Nowhere actually. There's actually a couple games that do that. I can't think offhand, but yeah, there's something that pops up and says maybe you should take a break. Maybe it's the new Sim City does that as well. What was this intersection like? Okay, just stop signs. We do seem to be back up and running though, so that's good. So I have overproduced in my industries. Very unfortunate, because now we've lost all demand whatsoever. But it was fun. It was fun building some of these up. You know, I kind of feel the same way about when YouTube is stopping and then it's asking me, am I still listening? Like, you know, Pandora does that too, but I am responsible enough as an adult that I will turn it off when I'm done. I understand why, like, Pandora does it though, because obviously they run ads and whatnot, and so they're not paying for something if no one's watching it, but still, in a game that's inexcusable. Okay, so we need a little bit more of the residential out here. Well, you know, maybe we could do that. It might grow those buildings a little bit. Okay. Garbage. We still have a little bit of garbage going on here. 72% full. So this clearly not doing what it needs to. There's a ton of garbage in each of these, and this landfill is still filling up. I guess I can put more More incinerators? What is this thing? Floating garbage collector. Right, and then there's this little recycling center. The littlest recycling center. And I wanted to move this because I'd expanded this into something else. So maybe that's why it's got such bad pollution. Where was the pollution? This thing? Yeah. Maybe because the water is like literally right next to the dump. I guess I could move it further down. In fact, that would put it pretty close to a water connection. Does not have electricity. Well, I am slightly distressed that the traffic continues to stay on this road and not utilize the one-ways as I had hoped. And industry demand is completely dead right now, so I guess I need to be extending some of these roads and building more commercial districts. Now I think I just killed a large connection. Well, it appears as though it has not even taken an hour this time. It is starting to lag immediately. So the bitrate on the stream seems to be doing all right. But again, I'm just not really... Oh, well, okay. Where was this song when I was over here building the farms? What am I doing? Here to the intersection and make sure that is not holding up traffic. Alright, and then we need to come in here to the pathways and have I got a new... I have several new types of paths. You know, let me actually look at this. This is not where I want to put this, but I just want to see. Now that aside from the fact that there's rocks everywhere, looks slightly more like the alley roads that I want. Yeah, yeah, if I could have matched that up to the speed of the game, I don't know. There are all sorts of timing things that the game's just not cooperating with. I mean, I guess that works. We can maybe... I've got a fair amount of office stuff in here. But I guess I can put more in here just for the sake of diversity. That is not what I want. I'll just hope that builds up here. Is it just me, or has the game been very dark for most of this? I think it's because of the slowdown and the lag. We just have not been able to get to daytime. I could turn that off. I'm not really sure what else the day-night DLC adds that I would be removing if I turn that off. If we could just make it shorter. And that seems to be a thing that's plaguing the streams. I mean, between this and the trucking simulator, we're always at night and it's dark and you can't see anything. That's actually very annoying. So how's this actually doing? A fair amount. Part of me wants to make this a campus, but I don't know. Could. So if I just move it over. Because I just want this to be a small little community technical college, obviously. I don't want it to be super crazy. But I definitely think I'm going to have to get in here and mess around with the... That's not what I'm after, is it? No, there we go. Mess with this. So, the level, I would like it. Let's try this again. Oh, man. The lag is just no good. I really honestly can't tell what's causing all that. Well, okay. So I guess I can experiment a little bit more. And just see if I can't maybe fix what's going on here. It seriously works for about 10 minutes, and then, well, not even, it works for about 5 minutes, and then it starts cranking down again. And part of me honestly thinks it's the water on this entire map, and maybe I've done a bad thing by unlocking so much of it. Because I feel like, typical in game design, they will make it so that certain things don't render off camera or within a certain visual range. So you can kind of see the blur here, but I'm not sure that's necessarily the camera blur so much as it is. Those are probably all low texture polygons right now in those structures, and then as you get closer, then they add more textures. The textures are meant to be responsive and all that. So it's supposed to do that to to limit stuff like lag and all that. But part of me feels like maybe because I've got this all opened up, it's rendering everything, and that's what's causing the problem. But yeah, I don't know. This is unfortunately now almost unplayable, just because it's taking forever. So I guess I don't know. I might have to. I don't recall having this problem on the Sunday streams, which makes me think it is the game. But I don't know. So, last week I was thinking about changing up the streaming schedule, and maybe changing some of the stuff that I'm doing. So here is something, I guess. Well, okay, yeah, I guess that is true. I do probably have these at max settings. We could probably turn the shadow quality down, I'm sure. Get rid of some of that. Level of detail, maybe turn that down. Uh-oh. Oh, the game almost froze there. Depth of field, go back to normal. Do I have to apply that there? Okay, that does help a little bit. Even just that bump down in texture quality, though, you can definitely tell a difference. Definitely. And it's still, though, it's still moving pretty slow, even still. Like, I'm on max speed, and it's still going pretty slow. So what else am I doing here? What does this even do? Depth of field. I don't know. Disable the anti-aliasing? God, look at that. Look how terrible that makes the textures look. Well, I mean, it's got to be playable, but it's still very slow. I mean, this is normal speed, faster speed, fastest speed, and it's just not making much of a difference. Oh, what is going on? Stream is lagging again. Okay, well, I think it's probably time to end this. So anyway, as I was saying a little bit earlier about how last week I was thinking about rescheduling and all this stuff, um, I'm thinking of maybe starting 2 hours earlier, which would be about 10 o'clock for me, but would that work for you guys? Would that be better, do you think? Because I'm just thinking that maybe the earlier I start, the better the bandwidth might be, maybe better my internet might be. I don't know. For one thing, it would probably just be better for me in general to have more time in the afternoon, and I might even just be able to extend that because I'm thinking of maybe limiting or maybe getting rid of the Sunday stream still. Alternatively, would Sunday be better? If I had to choose a day, would you rather Saturday or Sunday? Because I was looking at my YouTube analytics, and my YouTube analytics actually say that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday are actually the highest viewership, which is interesting. So, I don't know. I guess, for Saturdays, I kind of figured that most people would take Sunday to do whatever, and so Saturday would be better, but maybe more people have stuff to do on Saturdays and just have a lazy Sunday, and so I don't know. I still think I'm going to make a YouTube video and just put that out there and maybe take a survey. But part of me feels like what's going on with the internet and the lag on the stream is just largely due to the time that I am trying to do this. And that maybe if I start a little bit earlier or later, but if I start later, then it's going to be early morning for my European viewers, so that's probably not too great. Earlier would be a little bit easier for everyone, I think. I feel anyway. But, okay, well, I'll put that into consideration. Like I said, I'll probably just make a video and just get a survey from my YouTube audience and maybe readjust for next week on the stream, because this just it's kind of annoying. It really. Okay. I see. Okay. Well, I'll try not to make too extreme of a change, since I've already been keeping to this schedule myself, but I feel like shifting the time by an hour or two might make a difference just a little bit. And, if it is really the game that's causing it, and I mean the game itself is probably having some of the lag issues, but it could just be both together are what's creating the problem. Because right now, being paused with the game, I'm not having any up and down experience with the internet at all. In fact, it's riding pretty high right now. So, I don't know. If it is the game, though, maybe I've just built too big. I would hate to have to start over again, but maybe starting in a smaller city and keeping it within the one tile or something like that might help. I was also thinking of maybe expanding the games. So I had talked before about maybe starting up the Might and Magic thing. So I don't know. I was also thinking maybe rather than doing the one stream as one game for 2 or 3 hours, we'd start doing like the one game for an hour, hour and a half, and then maybe the latter half of the stream play another game or something like that. I don't know that. We can look real quick. It doesn't look like it. Looks like once you open it, you can't close it again. But there is an awful lot of water, and especially when the water starts doing some weird things, that makes me think that maybe it's the map itself. But I don't know. I can't really say. But something is going on that is causing grief with the stream, and I feel like I gotta figure that one out. I don't know. I really don't have that many mods on. I mean, I've got a few building mods, and I think, well, okay, so I've got this mod, this one that lets me raise and lower the terrain. I can't imagine that would be doing it, though, but maybe it is. Maybe it's got to keep track of stuff like that. I don't know where the breakdown is. World's slowest police chase happening right here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably play a few games, experiment with this on my own. Just do a couple side maps just to see the impact and all that. Shut off grids. Maybe. But I don't know. From the series that I did of this game, I'm pretty sure I had a city that was bigger than this. Well, see, the thing about this is, though, that one, there's the river, but there's also all this water on the outside of the map that is clearly still being rendered, even if we're not able to access it. So it could potentially just be the fact that there is so much water on the map that the rendering or whatever this thing does is having the big impact. So, I don't know. And I'm still not even sure. I mean, that's just a theory that that's part of what's contributing to this problem. You know, I know I am very reluctant actually to do anything with that, or even to do a different map, because the river was actually one of the selling points of doing this. But yeah, no, I do agree. You know, when it starts doing the trenching thing and the wave, that does seem to be when we start having the problems. So, as amusing as and fun as it is, and see, now it's running just fine. And the cars are going speedy, speedy. What the hell? Suddenly, whatever was lagging out the game is no longer lagging out the game. I didn't change the speed settings or anything. Now it's just going fast. So, I have no goddamn idea what's going on, to be honest. This is... I don't even know. I have no idea. And the stream looks good. This is running. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. The game's running just fine right now. What the... And there's a thing with the stream uploading, like my uploading bitrate can have some impact upon the stream and then how other people can view the stream. But I've got it at like the minimum recommended, so it's not like I'm trying to upload something at super high bitrate, you know, 4K definition or anything like that. It's just it's pretty standard and normal. So I guess I just don't know enough about all the streaming stuff and all the technicalities of it to really be able to diagnose what's going on. But yeah, now it's running just fine.